I'm Chris Stahl. I'm the clinical director, and I'm with Familias Unidas in Richmond, California. We are a small agency, and we have a contract with the county to serve low-income residents of Contra Costa County with an emphasis on serving the Latino community. We provide services to adults and children over 5 and their families. Our philosophy encompasses la cultura cura, which is, using culture as a way to heal people. And we have all staff who are bilingual in Spanish, and many also bicultural to reflect the population we serve. Part of the tasks that trainees do, one is to learn to conduct clinical assessments by shadowing and then slowly starting to do their own assessments. Definitely providing direct services such as individual and family therapy, case management to their clients, and maintaining clinical documentation. Some of the things that a student might also do when appropriate is maybe do a classroom observation, go to a school site and talk to the teacher that's working with one of their clients. At times, we go to another site, another provider agency, and learn about services that are being offered, and get familiar with the programs and agencies here in Contra Costa County. Most of our clients are self-referred, although some people are referred by social workers, teachers, doctors, attorneys. People can either come to our door or through the phone, self-refer. We accept clients to have, for children, they require full scope Medi-Cal. Adults can have Medi-Cal or nothing at all. So once we check their coverage, we'll call them to schedule an assessment. And one of the clinicians will do the assessment with them, and that starts the process. Normally, caseload is about 8 to 10 clients, and we mix adults and children, so there's a balance of all ages. Most of the adults that we see are women, and the majority struggle with symptoms of depression and post-traumatic stress. With children, we have a wide array of issues, from attention deficit to panic and post-traumatic stress. We have children that are being reunified with parents after long separation. So we have a lot of different issues that kids are facing, and we try to find a balance with the caseload so that each student has an opportunity to work with families as well as with individual clients. Everybody has 1 hour of individual and 2 hours of group supervision every week. Group supervision is by Zoom, and because we do have hybrid services, some days the students are here in person. So individual supervision could be in person, or it could be by Zoom, depending on the scheduling. At the beginning, students are given an orientation 2 weeks before starting placement, when we start talking about the protocols, the agency, documentation, just so they can get prepared. After that, we have a 1 hour didactic every single week, and we talk about a lot of different things. We talk about trauma, attachment, and play therapy, working with families, how to work with adults, depending on the caseload and the needs of the clients. We do spend a lot more time on CBT, narrative therapy, and family therapy. And this is all done by Zoom, although we do have an in-person, like an introduction to Sand-Tray therapy. So all these topics, the three major ones, family therapy, CBT, and narrative therapy, are a bit lengthier, and that gives students kind of an overview of how to use these modalities, what interventions they might apply to their specific clients. But we'll introduce different topics and interventions, again, based on the caseload, because that could vary from year to year, or the needs of the specific caseload will change. Just one more thing. I often am aware of other trainings that are given throughout the county of different agencies. So I share that with students, and I encourage them, if they can work within their schedule or within their practicum, to attend those trainings. There are some that we found very, very useful. So we can also incorporate those. I always, I like to think that the trainees, as well as the staff who are most successful, are those that are really eager to learn and willing to take on a challenge, because our clients, their histories are so challenging and touching that it can take a lot to be able to sit and be present with the client and take on all that they have to share. So, I find that students that are really interested and motivated to serve this community in specific, and who can take good care of themselves, and also are not afraid to ask for help, because we're all here to learn together. I think that makes that can contribute to their success. A really good question. I wish I could do a survey. But I do think that one of the biggest challenges that we face working here is that, because our clients, the majority of them are immigrants and many undocumented, they face an incredible amount of barriers. And that can feel very overwhelming for all of us, and students, especially when they're just starting to practice these skills. Just trying to balance where to begin when there's such sense of helplessness, because they don't have access and there's so many barriers for them. The other thing that I think is challenging is, it can be challenging for many people, is just learning about clinical documentation. And we spend a lot of time on that. Couple of things. One is we do offer a stipend to students, and depending on whether we can get a grant from the county, which we have never been denied, we can offer a little bit more. But the stipend is at the minimum $950 or $925 a year, and at the maximum it would be $5,000 for the year. I can't guarantee how much, because it depends on this grant. The other thing is that we're a pretty small agency, and what that means is that we've kind of built a family-like environment. People are, helpful to one another. People enjoy spending time together. People celebrate, events and birthdays. And, before COVID, we'd have potlucks and really, create this atmosphere that kind of makes it for a supportive environment. We have several staff who have been trainees with us, so they know what this is like, and they're more than willing to help support students coming in as well.